Going live. Hi everyone and welcome. We are live. This is October transmission. As we're here, I'm going just to, as we are, just starting. Oh, good. I have myself in my ears, so I have just to mute this. Good. Before we start with it, I just wanted to go through a couple of things. First of all, thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to connect with you. And now, yes. So, this is October's transmission. Then generally for patrons, I'm doing this for now. I'm doing this for everyone, and then I'll just reduce this only for patrons. You can check my website. It's in the description. It's always breakfastwithmax.com. You can check my Patreon page in a description as well. I hope I wasn't too close. There, so I think that this is done, so we can get into a couple of things. Hi Roxy, welcome. So let's get into it. I'll take this out. So first of all, before getting into the meditation stuff, so I hope you are doing great. We are October, so this year is nearly gone. Doesn't just, I mean, it's gone. It's quite. Time is so going so fast for me that it's October and I'm saying, well, where did the year go? Obviously, there is no year, it's just now, but the impression is that of a accelerated time, and that time is even more accelerated than ever. And I don't know if we're going to get this feeling next year or if it keeps going like that, but for now the feeling is that time accelerates, which means that the way I am creating, I'm not making the assumption that is this the case for everyone. This is what I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing a accelerated time, so I'm creating time, or I'm creating my relationship to time that is a relationship where I feel it faster. That I think it's a good way to express it. And so days are passing by very, very fast, and I still remember moments where a week felt longer, whereas now being Monday or being finding myself on Monday, that Friday is coming so fast. Before getting to work on Monday and thinking, oh, I have to last until Friday, it was really a thought of fright, because it was really, to get to Friday is a very long time. Now it's just from Monday to Friday is like that. So this is one thing. So if you are experiencing something similar, well, know that your feeling is right. There are many that are experiencing time in an accelerated way. And so we are already doing October's transmission, and this is just the way it is. We're getting soon into the Christmas mood, and well, some have already started with Christmas. Anyway, I think that I'm going just to the meditation, getting into the meditation thing, and leaving soon, getting behind. I think I want to do it in with that, inviting someone in that is going to lead the meditation. But first, before getting into the meditation, I wanted to do this meditation because someone asked me about meditation, and they were giving me some questions, and so here is the thing. So meditation, first of all, meditating is not something that is a mandatory thing. We do not need to meditate, and we do not need to meditate every day. So if someone doesn't meditate, they are not committing a crime, or they are not doing wrong or going in the wrong direction. It's simply that they don't need to, or they don't feel the necessity. However, meditation is something that may help. It's something that may bring some introspection, some self-discovery. So it's one can only say, yeah, if you want to do it, do it. But, and it's a big but, there are many people that give a structure to meditation. So they say, oh, you have to sit, cross your leg, or not cross your leg, and then you have to take a posture, you have to put your hands in a certain way, close your eyes, don't think, right? Giving all those instructions, like if meditation is something that is scriptures. There is a law, and in that law there are written all the rules of meditation. That's bullshit. There is nothing like that. There are no rules, never, ever. There are no rules for anything. Nothing has a rule. There is no rule. And even the law that we have, right. I've always the impression that we have laws so that people can break them. So it doesn't stand. So there are no rules. And there are no rules for meditations. That's why meditation becomes something that is personal. Everyone has their way to meditate. And that is, for me, the best way to put it, because not everyone is going to feel meditation in the same way. Not everyone is going to respond to certain things in the same way, or even not everyone is going to respond to something. Full stop. So that bringing a structure or giving instruction of saying, well, this is how you have to meditate, well, then that brings certainly many to failure, because they will not be able to do it the way that they have been instructed to do. And the other thing is, do you need a daily practice? You need a practice as often as you feel that you need it. So daily, first of all, if we go even a step further, there is no time. So expressing I'm doing it daily means nothing. However, we're humans, we're using time. So yes, then is it daily? Hi, James. Do it as often as you want, as you feel, as whatever. You are in charge of you. You are master of you. So you do it when you feel you want to do it. So there is no, oh, I'm doing it daily or twice a day. I meditate very often because I am so spiritual and I'm going to have so much from it. Many people are meditating and in reality they're even not meditating. They are just wasting their time. They are not wasting their time, but however, what they are picturing meditation to be, it's not what they're doing. And they feel that meditation is gonna make me a better person. No, meditation is not going to make you a better person. Meditation is something, as I said, personal, and that brings you whatever it brings you, but that it's again up to you. I cannot tell you what it is. I cannot tell you what to do. No one can. That's the thing. So I know that some people need structure, or they feel that they need structure. So if that is the case for someone, for you, then yeah, take the structure. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is that there is no need of it. So the structure that you may need is your structure, is you giving yourself structure. It's not mandatory. It's not something that is for everyone. So I think that these are points that need really to be explored and understood, because what we want now is to bring this awareness of the self, to bring this awareness of the inside, because meditation, well, I'm not going to define it, but meditation is something that can bring introspection into the self. So bring someone that may be externalizing, bring them back inside, because that's where we need to go. And so that's my take on things now, as where do I go? I go inside. I need to explore me, inside of me, instead of the external. And as that's a journey in itself, and that is something that we haven't learned. So where we come from is from a externalization of reality. Now, the externalization of reality is fake, is non-existent, is not there, because there is nothing outside. All that is perceived as outside is still inside, but attributed to a illusionary outside that is not there, because everything is inside of us. We are creating our reality in what we are calling inside. Now, even that we could go, but I'm not going there right now. That's not the point. So that we come to the need to exercise ourselves in internalized reality. Internalizing reality means what? Well, recognize that it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Oh, they did this. No, they didn't. I did it. Now, it's not a think of taking responsibility for all the bad things in the world, right? It's nothing of that bullshit. This is simply about recognizing the self as creator. And as creator being, I'm creating my reality, so I'm creating what is my here and now. And this goes against, again, all that we have learned and where we come from. So it's difficult. It's very difficult, because we're not acquainted with that. We are not acquainted with ourselves most of the time. We are acquainted to the external. We are acquainted to what is valued, and what is valued in our society by many right now is the external, which means that the internal, or the self, is devalued, is less than. It's seen as bad, as a sinner, as a something that needs to be punished. Or many people want punishment for other that for those that have done it. And internalization is to recognize as those that are calling for punishment for the sins of all or the crimes, all those people. Actually, they are calling for their own punishment. It's never for right. It's never them. It's always the self. So internalization, recognizing it's me. It's that the point. Not taking responsibility for everything that is wrong in the world, because there is no world until there is a world, because I am creating the world, meaning I am assigning the world, I am interpreting the world. That's when the world exists. But outside of that, when I'm not thinking about the world, there is no world. There is only my here and now, which is this. This is here and now. Where is the world? This is the world. It's not a sphere. It's not a flat. It's not a whatever. It's just here and now. That's all there is, right here, right now. That's love. That's the love. And that is the same for every one of us. So that's internalization. And through meditation, that is something that can be explored. That is something that can be brought to the surface of our awareness. Because again, this is not what we learn. This is not what human being is trained to understand. Human being is trained for the external. You go to school and they tell you about the external. You go to your parents, they tell you about the external. Not right or wrong, they are just teaching us what they know, because that's what they have been taught as well. So when we present things in this way and we say, look, you're a creator, you create your reality, go inside of you, because that's where everything is. So center, be here and now, forget past, future, forget about them, they are not happening now, your now is this, right? When we say that those things, it's not crap, it's because that's how things are. That's the law, right? The 5 laws. You exist here and now. You exist here and now, the first 2 laws. So that's what it is. And that is absolutely true. Tell me, where is the external? Where is, I don't know where you are right now, but where is America? Where is Australia? Where is, I don't know, Canberra? Where is London? Where are people that are not there with you right now, right? They are not there. Do they exist? Of course, not, but not in your here and now. And do they exist? Yes, when you are with them or when you think about them, absolutely. But even when you don't think about them, but then they are not in your reality, they are not in your here and now, so they have their thing over there in their own here and now, which doesn't concern you. So these things are now needed in order to bring our evolution, bring our ascension, bring our awareness, right? Bring us into those things. We have been refusing all of this because we have been said, oh no, you're not important, you are less than, you are all that thing, right? But now we know better. Now we come to a point where we are exploring the self, and that's why we're here. That's what we are doing. So we come to this, and then what tools do we have? Well, many tools. One of those tools, meditation, to bring ourselves back inside, closer to the self, to our heart, to the creator, to all of that. So that's meditation as we can use it. It's not all of it, And again, everyone has their own version and their own way of doing it. As I said, many people are just creating an image of themselves, a personality of themselves, meditating and saying, "Oh, I'm meditating. I'm so spiritual. I'm so great. Meditation helps me." Fantastic, great. However, many are just using it as an image, as I said, as a personality, as a way to say, "Oh, I'm doing good to me." Nothing wrong with that. However, we are here to evolve ourselves, to ascend ourselves. And through that, then we have to be the truest we can with ourselves. So is that it's not enough to close your eyes, take a couple of breaths and saying, "Oh, I'm meditating." That's not enough, because again, that is just for image. We take meditation in a, let's say, personal and a way, and as something that can bring the self closer to the self, to the creator, etc., etc. But however, again, not as a structure, not as a law, not as anything, because everyone has to find their own way, which is the right way from them. And even those that are taking that as an image and as a way of creating a personality, that's the best way they can do that in the now. It's not wrong. It's that it's their best way. And so they found that as their best way. Great, fantastic. We are choosing to go and to explore the self and to evolve the self. And then again, this brings us into a different awareness, into a different way of doing things. We're not here to create a personality just to brag about the fact that we are meditating. We're not here to do this so that we have that as an excuse to say, "Oh, but you know, I'm meditating. I'm doing my good thing. I'm meditating, so we're not doing that. It's that is still creating a personality. It's just creating an image. It's just creating an excuse for pretending that I'm doing the right thing. Meditating is not doing the right thing. Because doing the right thing means that there is a wrong way to doing things. Which is not. Which there isn't. Because there is no right, there is no wrong way. There is only the way you choose. And the way that you choose is necessarily the right way. Not because there is a wrong way, but just because you choose it. Without the idea of duality where there is to be right and wrong. There is only what you choose. There is only your now. And if in your now you choose to meditate, then that's your now, because you choose that to be your now, not because you need an image. And so this is what then brings us to experience the now, to be in the now, and to free the now, to be the freer we can, away from all that human stuff that is troubling, or that is those moments can be moments where you just express your vibration in the best way. Best way, not because there is a less best way, but just because it's best, right? Expressions is what I'm trying to say here is that I'm not defining anything in duality, even though I'm in duality, right? But being in duality is what we do a lot, right? Because this reality is built a lot on duality. But Ascension is not in duality. There is no duality in the universe except what we create, right? The duality, the opposition is what we create as humans. The universe, in creation itself, there is no duality. Human beings think that the universe is created at the image of the human beings. No, your reality is created as the image of the human being because you are a human being creating your reality, and what you can do, you can only create a reality that reflects human being. Creation itself, what is creation, has nothing to do with that. Creation as creation is not human. Human is part of creation, but creation is everything, right? When you go to the so human beings stand to with everything to take what they know, what they and apply that everywhere to everyone, to every places in creation. So everyone is using time, everyone is using money, everyone is an economy, everyone blah blah blah, all of those things. No, it's only human. It's only human. And if they have any version similar to what, it's still different, and they have their own version. So what I'm expressing here is what we know, human. And so when I say best, better, it's a image. The thing here is to be able to get closer to the I am. So I exist here and now. So I am. And I am is that state of being unconditionally. So the unconditional expressed, where we simply exist, where we simply are. The I am. I am is not love, hate. I am is not better, worse. I am is not whatever. And I am is not express. It's being. And it feels like standing up and walking. When you just stand up and walk, you don't think about, oh, I have to stand up and walk. Well, can I be walking? Or how am I going to walk? Am I be better walking or worse walking? Am I being able to walk? No, you just stand and walk. You don't think about it. You just do it. That's I am. It's being it. So you do not discuss it, you do not think about it, you do not do all those stuff that we do. It's a state of being, the purest, the unconditioned. So that's where we are aiming. And in that, there is no duality, there is no doubt, there is no feelings, there is no emotions, there is no the bloody thing that we bring all the time with us. So that is what we are aiming to when we bring ourselves in those moments of meditation. Call it meditation, call it something else, right? There is not, right? Meditation is an image again, right? It's a way of expressing something and to convey to you the idea of what we're going to do. But meditation is something that still, when we name something, we are restricting it, because as I said before, everyone is going to have their own version of it. So that calling it meditation in every case, it's a simplification of it, but it's reduction as well, because it's not going to be necessarily what you think is meditation. Meditation is not defined. So bringing anyone into a state of whatever state they're going to be, or bringing themselves into that, right? It's a process, it's whatever, but then you discover yours and you will do yours your way. That's for sure. But all of this to bring you just to bring this awareness, to bring this thing of understanding the self, because this is what we're doing. We are discovering ourselves. We're bringing ourselves to that. Think of me. So use meditation at your best ability right here, right now, in your nows. Use meditation your way, not their way, your way, because there is only your way. There is no structure, so there is no way to tell you what you're going to feel, what you're going to discover, where it is going to bring you. And as for everyone else, is something that is going to evolve for everyone. You start just closing your eyes, taking some breath, and that your starting place. And then you evolve through practice. And what starts with closing your eyes and taking a couple of breaths, then evolve into something completely unexpected. But that is the point. It is unexpected, and it has to stay unexpected, because if you structure it, if you have expectations, then you are limiting what you can do with your meditative state, meditation, right? And then it's not going to lead you very, very far. Because meditation, when it's done in allowance, then has potentials. For what? I cannot tell you. If I tell you, I'm trying to influence you. So I'm not going to tell you what is the potential. You have to discover it. This is, again, we are not here to play children games. Even if children, I come to the conclusion that children are much more intelligent and evolved than most adults. Anyway, we're not here to play little games. We are here to evolve ourselves, to ascend ourselves. So in that game, in that thing, then we have now to see things in let's say in the best way possible. We have to open up. We have to throw down, destroy limitations, see when we are limiting ourselves, understand that most of the time what we're doing, we are playing into limitation. We are limiting ourselves, meaning when I am defining anything, it's limitation, meaning that if I'm naming things and giving a signification to that things through that name, I'm limiting. If I accept the external, I'm limiting myself. If I take what is said in the external and make it mine, I'm limiting myself. If I take the education and make that education as gospel, then I'm limiting myself, because here is human, and human is defined by human as less than, as little, as guilty, unworthy, right? All of those things. And all of that is limitation. We bring ourselves to that limitation. Now, breaking down that, destroying that, means that we come to the perception, to the understanding that we are not less than, but we are as good as, we are equal, we are as important as anyone else. And there is that thing now to understand, that is equality. The equality is not going in the street and claiming I want to be equal to everyone else, or claiming no, equality is being equal. I am the I am, and that cannot be taken away. The inequality through the low inequality that humans are feeling, that's the human game. The equality of creation, it's the unconditional, that cannot be changed, that cannot be tempered with, that cannot be renounced. It's creation. And in creation, every being in creation, and when I say being in creation, that is very, very big. You have even no idea how big that, I don't even know how big that is, but every being in creation is so huge, because it is. Because then it's not just human, it's it's everything. Water, stones, every material that we're using, the wood, animal kingdom, right? Everything that we perceive as inanimated, all of that are beings, and they are existing. They are. So creation is, the beings in creation is just so huge, but that it's even not worth trying to think about that. But then every being in creation, all of that, that's the thing. So we all exist, we all are, and we all are equal. There is no superiority, there is no inferiority. That is the real equality. So there you are, there you see, equality. We are that. We exist, and our existence is enough. That's what it is. And in creation, that equality, then right, it brings so that human is not less, but that is still something that for many is new, not understood, because there is so much conditioning there. But even going, not taking just that, is that everyone is taking their path. They are having their nows, their experiences, and so in that, they are not all going to understand the same things in the same moment. They have other moments to understand those things, and they are understanding those things in the moment they choose to understand, as we are. So it's not even worth just worrying about that, because thing is that every human, every one of us is going to have their own journey, and in that journey every one of us is going to ascend. So I'm not going to take myself into, and in any way, to worry about anyone else's ascension, because they are ascending right here, right now, in the now they choose, and that here now is now they choose, right? And they are ascending wherever that it is, and whatever that may be, right? But everyone is having it. So there is no need to attend to what that external is. We have to do our internal job. That's where it goes. So back to meditation now. So one way that I like to use to bring myself into a state of meditation, or whatever it is, right? Again, it's to start breathing and let go of not holding my thoughts, right? Going into some allowance. Breathing is absolutely, for me, a central piece of that. So All right. First of all, relax. After this flow of words presenting so much, when you go into meditation, relax and breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, deeply, 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 slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring yourself into a state of reducing your dependency to the external path of things. Bring it just to you. Reduce your word to you. You forget everything else. You forget whatever is out there for you. And you just bring everything back to you. Just reduce. And by reducing, you will have just the awareness of you. And that awareness of you is just the awareness of you. You exist in this moment. And in this moment, you choose to meditate or to bring yourself in a state of awareness. A state of awareness and entering into a space of existence that is not the existence that you are leading when you are playing in the human realm. You are creating in that moment what you call meditation. You're creating in that moment another space, another way of relating to your reality. So that in that space you can allow yourself to experience without the interfering of reality. And in order to get there, you may need practice. You may not get there straight away, or you already have practice. So you will find your way. This is something that we have already repeated many times tonight. You got your way, you'll find your way, you express it your way, but that is what it has to be. You cannot copy, it doesn't work. You have to do it your way. That works every time. And your way may be similar to someone else's way, but who cares? Because they're not there. You are there, right here, right now, when you are doing it. And the feeling that you are doing it as someone else, well, that is, well, where are they? Where are those that are telling you how to do it? That you are copying. They're not there with you, are they? Because meditation, it's bringing you into a state with yourself. You cannot bring someone else with you. Or then you're not meditating. You're doing some other activity. Reduce and be with you. Go into you and explore. Or you may have some thoughts, and you may bring the external in your thoughts, your wishes, your fears. Your mind is going to bring those to you. There, it's going to present that to you because you have an ego, and your ego is going blah 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 blah. Because silence, a quiet place, introspection, discover. It's scary. It's scary. Going into nothingness, it's scary. Discovering yourself is scary. Blood is scary. So, if that may be the case, that you are having thoughts that you are trying to avoid, first of all, do not avoid. Do not enter into opposition of whatever is happening when you go into that state. Because if you oppose, then it brings you out of that state. So do not oppose. First things. Then there are ways that you can use in order to quiet down any voice of thoughts that are presented by your ego. And that is, you can start counting from 1 to 5, from 5 to 1, and you do that as you are breathing. You take you inhale and you count from 1 to 5. You exhale and you count from 5 to 1. As you do it slowly. Another way is to go with the sound. Use the sound. Vibrate. Make your head vibrate. Do that. And that is going just to bring you into the silence, into the quiet place, shutting down without opposition your thoughts, because you are just bringing your attention somewhere else, so that your attention then just disappears and you leave silence. So that then, when you get to that place, you may have, well, you'll discover it. As we were saying before, we will not tell you what will happen, because then we will just try to influence you. Meditation is yours. What happens is you. You choose, you express it. But then let's bring it even a step further, because here we are expressing something that may be done in your living room, on your couch, or on the floor. You sit down and you just do that, right? That is one way of doing it. There are other ways. You can take a walk in the nature. That's meditation if you want to. You can go and do some sport, running. That can be also meditation. You can go and swim. And as you swim, you have a meditative state. You can be cooking and have meditation. Right? Meditation, again, is not structure. And all you see most of the time is that structure. You have to do it this way. There are other ways to do it. And the example that we have been giving here are just examples. But it gives you an idea that meditation is not for a place or a space. It is for whatever you choose it to be. As a human being, the risk of structure is that then you get bored of it. You are overwhelmed by the structure. Structure can bring you doing it every day, but every day may be too much. You may have a life, you may have a very heavy life, and you are just lost into it and you cannot find. So, structure can bring you into just stopping doing it because you cannot do it through that structure. You are overreaching, you are overdoing it. Be sure to allow you to find your way. And that only you can do that. No one else. No one can tell you that. You can absolutely go and listen to people that are giving whatever informations or counsels or structure even or whatever. You can listen to that. It can give you ideas. If you have no clue about anything, yeah. But then forget all about the structure, forget all about what you must do, and just allow yourself to find your way. Because there is no other way. And sometimes inspiration can come through those ways or those suggestions, those ideas. You may be inspired. So nothing can be just thrown away. Everything can be explored, but the choice remains yours. And you can make absolutely meditation fun. And by fun, we mean something that you enjoy, not something that you must do. Because I heard that if I meditate, I'm a better human being. That, no, you cannot be better or worse. You can only be you. No one has been better because they have meditated. Don't give you that because it's a ticket direct straight to failure or dissatisfaction, because then you'll have expectation of what? Improving yourself, being better, levitating, having ideas, illumination. If you go into that with those preconceptions or those expectations, then, well, you will not find those in meditation. Allow, allow, allow. Don't have expectations, which is imitation again, and just bring yourself to be as free of anything as possible. so that then you can take the journey. You can take that journey, wherever that journey may be, wherever that journey may be. Be sure that it's you, to bring that back to you. Journey well, as someone likes to say. Goodbye. Right. That's all. So have a great meditation, or whatever you want to call it, or whatever it may be for you, to find yourself and find your way. And it's going to be great. You'll see that things are exactly as they are for you. And you can enjoy it, and you can have a lot of fun. Making fun. It's going to be exactly as it has to be for you. And that cannot be defined, or can only be discovered in the moment. So go ahead, and I will be seeing you the next time. Goodbye.